Hello guys, here we are in a new video about math, okay? So we are going to start with a new topic called logics and relations. So let's start, we're going to start by making some definitions, very important definitions about logic, and then we will do some examples about them. So let's start with the main definitions, and the first one is propositions. Okay, what are propositions? In logics are statements that you can say are either true or false. Okay, so something that you can say that if that's true or false. And a statement is a sentence in which you cannot say if it's true or false. We have some examples. And the first example says, Maria has a blue dog. Kevin has a purple cat. Both of them we can say if they are even true or false. For example, we can say Maria has a blue dog or Maria doesn't have a blue dog. Or Kevin has a purple cat or Kevin doesn't have a purple cat. We can say if that's true or false, all right? So, and the statements, here we have two examples of statements. The first one, tomorrow will extinguish coronavirus. We don't know that, probably yes, probably not, but we don't know if that's true or false, okay? We hope it will be true. So, okay, but let's see. Okay, and the next one is good morning. This is not a proposition because we cannot say if that's true or false. It's just a statement. Good morning, how are you? So you don't say if that's true or false, all right? So we cannot say if it has a truth value, all right? So let's continue with the third slide, and we go here. Here we have some examples. The sentence 2 plus 2 equals 4. It's a proposition because we can say if that's true or false, all right? Everyone knows that 2 plus 2 is 4, so we can say that it's true, all right? The truth value is true, a capital T, all right? The second sentence, 1 equals 0, is also a proposition because we can say if that's true or false. Is that true? No, it's false. So we could say 1 is different to 0, okay? And the sentence says that it's equals, but it's false because it's different, all right? The next one, it will rain tomorrow. It will rain tomorrow. It's a statement because we don't know if it will rain or will not. Okay, so it's only a statement, a sentence that we cannot say if that's true or false. And the next one, solve the following equation for x. This is an imperative sentence that we cannot say if that's true or false because it's only given an instruction. Okay, solve an equation, but we don't have a truth value. Okay, we cannot say if that's true or false. The number 5, that's not a proposition because it doesn't have either a truth value, all right? So we cannot say that is false. For example, if we said the number 5 is an odd number, so that would be true because 5 is an odd number. So that's different because it has an extra information about number 5, all right? So let's continue to the fourth one. And here we have some examples, okay? The first one, there is no planet called Mars. Is that true or is it false? That's false, all right? Because it's actually a planet called Mars, everyone knows, as well as Earth, as well as Jupiter, Saturn, okay? All right. The next example, in the next example we have 6 to the power of 0 makes 1. Guys, you probably haven't seen examples like this, but it's better that you know this right now, okay? So any number raised to the power of 0 will be 1, always. If we had, for example, 4 to the power of 0, that would be 1. 7 to the power of 0 will be 1. So that will be truth, okay? It's a true sentence, all right? So let's continue. Let's go on to the PowerPoint, to the slide 5. And here we have the definition, the other definition of propositions. So we shall use the letters P, Q, R, and S, and so on to stand for propositions. Thus, for example, we might decide that P should stand from the proposition the moon is round. We shall write, so we can use a letter like this, like P, Q, R, and S to denote propositions. In this case, the proposition P says the moon is round, and we can say if that's true or that's false. So we can say that this proposition is true. So P is the statement, okay? And we can say a truth value that is true, okay? If we said, for example, the moon is a square, so that would be false. So P is false in that case. All right? So let's go on to the next one. So here we have the definition of denial or negation of a proposition. All right? So in logic, we sometimes change our original statement to its negative form. We do this by adding a not in the statement. So the negative of this sentence, Maria has a blue dog, is Maria doesn't have a blue dog. This is the denial, does not, in this case, doesn't have a blue dog. This is the denial, just by adding a not to the statement. We will see later how can we do it with a symbol, okay? Especially with numbers and with the letters, all right? So if our original proposition is in the negative form, then the negative form of that statement will be a positive. So here we have an example. This proposition, we are not in the year 1990. So the negative statement becomes, we are in the year 1990, all right? Because the original proposition is are not, okay? We are not. So the denial of a negation will be positive, will be are, all right? We are in the year 1990, okay? So it's just the opposite. Okay, let's continue to the next one, to slide 7. Okay, here we have the truth values. The negation of P is the statement. We use this sign. This is the symbol that we are going to use to deny the negation, okay? Which we read not P, okay? The denial. Its true value is defined by the following truth table, okay? So here we have a truth table where we have the proposition P and the denial of P. So if the proposition P is true, if we deny the true, we get false, just the opposite. The negation of true is false, and the negation of false is true, just the opposite. So we are going to do these examples. Find the negations of the following propositions. So we go here to these examples. How can we find the negations of this proposition? If we have 2 plus, the first one, P equals 2 plus 2 equals 4. How can we deny this statement? The opposite to equals, the negation of equals, will be different, all right? So we can write, for example, 2 plus 2 is different to 4. All right? Okay? So let me write it better. So it's different to 4. All right? Okay. So it's just this sign means different. Remember that. All right? This is different. If we had, for example, 1 equals 0, what would be the denial of 1 equals 0? Will be just the opposite. So will be 1 is the same case, is different to 0. All right? 1 is different to 0. Later we will see if that's true or false. All right? Diamonds are a pearl's best friend. So the denial of that will be diamonds are not a pearl's best friend. All right? Okay, can we say if this is true or false? 2 plus 2 is different to 4. So that will be false because 2 plus 2 equals 4. So this sentence, this proposition will be false, all right? If we could find the truth values, okay? These are the truth values. Now, what if, for example, 1 different to 0? That's false also because, no, that's true because 1 is different to 0, okay? So this is true, okay? So we could organize this in a table, okay? We're going to get used to build a table where we have the truth values, false and true, from these propositions, all right? Okay. And these diamonds are not a pearl's best friend, all right? So we cannot say if that's true or false. We don't know, okay? If that's true, okay, that's true, okay? But we don't know yet. All right. So let's go on. And here we have more examples. Okay, let's do some additional examples about denial of propositions. All right, so let's go here. And okay, here we have, for example, the first one. There is life on Mars. The denial of that proposition will be there is not life, there is no life on Mars. Okay, so this is the denial, all right? There is no. Remember the symbol that we are going to use for this, okay? This symbol. The denial of P, all lacrosse players are tall. Okay, we can say all lacrosse players are short. Okay, the next one, my computer has some new software. So we could say, for example, my computer has some old, okay, which is the opposite, some old software. All right, so here we have the denial of these propositions. All right, okay. Okay, guys, so that's it. Okay, these are the examples of denial, what a proposition is, what a statement is. Here we have the basic definitions of propositions and statements. All right, so next video we will continue with an additional topic, subtopic about it. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you understood. Remember, take a look in Schoology. There you will find this video as well as the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so have a great day. See you later.